Listen, admittedly, you're going to do a lot of drinking here, and I drink a lot of water. Why, hello there, and welcome to my most complete cost of living video that I have done. What I did in the month of May was I just lived the life that I wanted to live. I didn't think about my budget. I didn't care about my budget. I didn't try to save money here. I didn't try to scrimp there. What I did was I lived the life that I've wanted to live here. I didn't worry about anything. I went out. I had countless massages. I ate all the food that I could possibly think of. I bought myself some things, and I even went on a romantic weekend away for one to Phang Nga Bay, and that is included in the budget that I spent for the month of May. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't even looked at it in total. What I'm doing is I'm breaking it down, so you're going to see how much I spent and my reaction to how much I spent on each category. I'm covering my rent, my bike, my food, my booze, my entertainment, my necessities, my massages, a whole bunch of different things. And at the end of the video, I will show you just exactly how much I did spend for the month to live the life that I wanted to live. Listen, I've done these videos before where I tried to live as cheap as I could, and I have, lived here on Phuket Island for less than $600 US in a month, okay? I did that last year during the pandemic, and I'll admit prices were a little bit less, but not that much more than they are now, to be honest with you. So I'll bet you today I could do the same video, all the same stuff for probably $640, maybe $650. That's fantastic. This one, again, I'm not sure how much I spent, so let's go see what I spent my money on, where I spent my money, and how much fun I had, and at the end of the day, how much I actually did spend to live what I consider to be my best life possible here on Phuket. Now, one thing I'm really happy about, and I have to admit, May was marvelous in the fact that I had no equipment mishaps or malfunctions, nothing like that. Anybody that's been following along knows that I have the absolute worst luck when it comes to my phones, my headsets, my cameras. I have spent over 125,000 baht in the past year on 4 phones, 3 headsets, and 3 cameras. May was marvelous. I did not have a single breakdown, so I will be toasting that later on this evening. So guys, this is where I live, and again, I'm here at 5,500 baht a month, which works out to be 165 US. We have this incredible swimming pool. The place is maintained extremely well. Our units they're very simple. They're basic studio units. They have a bed, a workstation, TV, fridge, fantastic bathrooms. We do have Wi-Fi included, and also, believe it or not, that is our power and our water. So we're not getting these crazy power bills like a lot of people here are. I've had some power bills, honestly, that are almost as expensive as my unit here. Again, it's $165 a month, and I think I have the best deal in all of Thailand. I don't think you could find a better deal than this. This is my palace up here. Yeah, it's just incredible here. I love it. So this month, guys, I actually spent about twice as much on massages as I typically do. Usually I'm about 600 to 800 baht a month because I like to get a massage once a week, and I typically go for a foot massage or a Thai massage. Now this month, because I tried to do a video about the different types of massages, the different massage shops, and what they cost for a regular massage as opposed to a happy ending massage, I kind of went a little bit overboard on the massages. Hopefully that video is coming soon enough. So this month I spent 1,620 baht, which works out to be pretty much $49 US. Now guys, that gave me 7 massages, which is crazy, okay? So about $7 a massage. I Could have done it a lot cheaper, to be honest with you, but I did try different stuff. I tried the oil massages. I tried a hot stone massage, which, by the way, was no fun at all. Actually, it was painful as shit. I do not recommend them unless you're a masochistic psycho. Again, no happy ending massages. If I had have had a happy ending massage, my budget would have been blown, let's say, in one shot. So yeah, no. 49 bucks for 7 massages, that's pretty freaking amazing, because I know in Canada it's $100 just for one, and that's probably not a very good massage. So coming here, take advantage of the massage shops. You will thank yourself for it. You'll love them. My body feels great this month, and you know what? It was only 49 bucks. I might repeat the process, just not that damn hot stone massage one. Now, one thing I indulge in all the time here is fresh fruit. Back at home, the only fruit I was buying was what was on sale. And here, I don't care what it is, I'm buying it because it is so cheap. Listen, guys, I spent this month $39 on fresh fruit. That's all I spent. And I have fresh fruit every single day. And I'm not just limited to pineapple and watermelon. I'm having mangosteen, I'm having honeydew melon, cantaloupe, mangoes, you name it, bananas. They have the freshest, most delicious sweet bananas in the entire world here. And I feel so healthy because in the past year, I've probably ate more fruit in the past year than I have in the last 7 or 8 years in Canada, simply because it is so cheap. I mean, guys, I'm barely over $1 a day for fresh fruit. And again, I'm eating so much, it's crazy. And I'm not just eating like apples. No, I rarely ever have an apple. It's usually watermelon, pineapple, mango, cantaloupe, mangosteen. And the mangosteen here, guys, is just, oh. And it's 50 cents a pound. 50 cents a pound, can you imagine? Yeah, 40 bucks a month. That's my budget for fruit. That's what I spent this month. And I treated myself because I'm going to say probably 15 pounds of mangosteen this month, which I know is probably not healthy for me, but now, well, I got to counteract the booze somehow. So this is the one that disappoints me the most, and to be honest with you, the one that I'm absolutely embarrassed with. This, my Coke habit. I spent 695 baht, which works out to be almost $21 on Coke. Now what that means is, in all honesty, I had probably 60 cans of Coke, and that is terribly embarrassing to admit that I drank that much Coke. So what I'm going to do here in June, I actually have a goal. Yes, believe it or not, I've made a goal for myself, and that is I'm going to cut my Coke consumption in half. So at the end of June, I'm hoping to have only spent 300, maybe 350 baht on Coke, which is going to put me down to like $9 or $10. I can't give it up cold turkey. I've tried that and I get terrible headaches and stuff, so I'm not even going to bother putting myself through that. I'm just going to try and cut it in half, and then hopefully in July be able to cut that again in half, and I would be happy with that. If I could get down to 1 Coke every 4 days, I'd be happy instead of like 4 Cokes every day. But yeah, I spent $21 on Coca-Cola classic beverage in a can, believe it or not. And that's not including the Cokes that I had at Wrong Bay, Dawn's, and when I went out to eat. So probably, yeah, I had probably 60 cans. That's terrible. Because this shit really is, it's bad for you guys. It honestly is. I don't like Coke Zero. I don't like Diet Coke. I find they just taste like, well, You may as well just dissolve caramel in crappy old water, and that's about the same. So yeah, my Coke habit, I got to kick the Coke habit, really do. Transportation for me is a nice constant bill. It's 3,000 baht a month, which is 90 US dollars. I could do it cheaper if I got a Scoopy or a Click or something like that, but again, I couldn't drive one because they're dreadful. This is the Honda PCX 150 and I love it. It's the perfect size for me. I will be straight up honest with you, if I could find something cool like a Vespa, I would rent that. Sadly enough, nobody rents Vespas here on Phuket. So anyone that's thinking about moving here, starting a business, Vespa rentals, trust me, guys like me, you'd have us like that. But this is all I need. I think it's perfect. I love the way it rides. I love the way it handles. And it's pretty good on gas too. My gas bill typically is about, I want to say, $30 a month. This month, because I went crazy, went on some tours, went on some trips, left the island completely, my gas bill this month, believe it or not, was only $39, okay? Which is insane when you think about it, because I did put thousands of kilometers on this thing. No maintenance, the thing never breaks down. Plus, if it does, the guy I rent from, he comes, picks it up, fixes it for me, no problem at all. Love the guy. I'll put his information down below. If you're coming here and you want a good, reliable guy to rent from, the guy I get my bike from, he's just amazing. He's great. He's actually become a friend of mine. Really like the guy. So yeah, my bike, 90 bucks, gas, 39 bucks this month. So $129 total. That's a fantastic deal, really, when you think about it. So this one really didn't come as a surprise to me, nor am I embarrassed by it, but my booze budget seems to be my second largest expenditure, and quite possibly my biggest expenditure, to be honest with you. This month I spent 5,650 baht on beer and booze, which is about 165 US dollars. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you, I typically buy the cheapest booze that I can. My beer, I'm usually drinking Archer beer, or I'm having Leo. When I'm having cocktails, I drink the absolute cheapest vodka that I can buy. I'm picking it up for 140 baht, which is $4.10 a bottle, okay? And that's a quart bottle. And it does the same job as Grey Goose, Absolute, all of that stuff. Only I can get 6 bottles for the same price as one Absolute. So, yeah. I'm mostly drinking at home or poolside like this. I rarely ever go to the bars. And the reason for that is mostly I find the bar is a very lonely place. And if you don't want to be lonely at the bar, you wind up having to talk to the bar girls. And talking to the bar girls is expensive, let me tell you. Don't even factor in if you're going to take them home or anything like that. Just talking to them is expensive, because they'll get you to buy them a lady drink, and the lady drink is usually 3 times what your beer is. So if you're at a place and the beer is, say, 65 baht, their lady drink is going to be 200 baht, which is $6 American. So it's going to add up in a hurry. So no, I don't go to the bars very much. And again, like I said, I find them lonely places, especially right now, because there's nobody here. So you're sitting there all by yourself, which is no fun, because you're not having any type of conversation besides, well, a girl that's paid to flirt with you, and then you're paying her to flirt with you. And that's depressing more than anything else. So most of my drinking I do at home. I do have some beach beers, which are always enjoyable. And because of the strict, let's say, drinking and driving laws here, I'm not going to a restaurant having any beers. I usually have water, coconut, or Coke. As well, obviously from my 60 cans of Coke a month, you can see how much Coke I'm drinking. But Yeah, my booze budget, $165 for the month. And unlike my Coke habit, I do not plan on cutting that in half next month or this month. I am pretty happy with it. I deserved it, I earn it, and I like it. So guys, one of the biggest misconceptions about living in Thailand and the cost of living in Thailand is that people think that in order to have a reasonable budget, you have to do nothing but subject yourself to mystery meat from the street. And I'm going to tell you something, that's simply not true. I spent this month 11,350 baht on food, which works out to be exactly $330. And I rarely ate street food. I love street food, don't get me wrong, but most of the month I was at restaurants, sit-down restaurants, Mugata, which are beautiful barbecue places where you go and have this incredible smorgasbord of food, and it's a fusion of Chinese hot pot and Korean barbecue. And I love these places. They are a little bit more expensive than what I'm used to spending. To take two people there, it's about $22, but I'm going to tell you something, it's absolutely worth it. Now, I go to pretty much the same restaurants all the time because I like consistency and I never want to be disappointed when I'm eating, especially here because I've had food poisoning, I've had some pretty bad experiences, and I don't want to go through that again. So when I find a place that I like, I usually stick to it and I'll eat at it a lot. This month I spent almost 2,000 baht, which is $80 at Rong Bay. It's probably my favorite go-to place here. The food is incredible. The staff's great. Everything is clean. And it's so cheap to eat there, it's crazy. I mean, look at what you get for $1.80. I don't know how they're doing it. I honestly can't figure it out, but I love this restaurant. So it's one of those places that I go to a lot. On the weekends, I go to Dawn's Barbecue because they have this amazing grilling barbecue technique that they use there, and it is all you can eat, and it's $9. They have the best pork chops, the best ribs, chicken skewers, sausages. They have a huge salad bar where I'm not getting a whole lot of vegetables, I'll be honest with you. I'm like scarfing down meat all the time. And on the weekend, I do get my fill of salads and stuff, which is really nice. And again, it's $9 to eat there. So yeah, you do not have to eat just street meat. And again, here, because it's a tourist area and people come to Thailand because of the street food, they're charging more for street food here than any other place in all of Thailand. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that the restaurants are super cheap. Again, my $330 budget, I'm going to be completely honest with you, 120 of that was spent at the Mugata places, like the barbecue where you cook yourself, and at Dawn's, because last month I had some friends that were going away, so I took them out to eat. I also had a guy here that I really like who's going through a little bit of a hard time, so I wanted to take him out, get him some food, help him with his budget a little bit. So I spent probably $120 of that I did not need to spend. And here in June, I probably will not spend that again. That's why I'm saying it's quite possible that my booze budget will surpass my food budget. Because yeah, I'll be down to probably about 200 US dollars a month for my food, which is, that's absolutely insane when you think about it. I know that back in the province where I'm from, you can spend that on 2 meals at certain restaurants, and you could probably spend it in one if you toss some booze into it. So yeah, my food budget, $330 for the month, and I ate like an absolute beast. I ate way too much. Really, honestly, it should have been about half of that, and I'm sure that this month it's going to be about half of that, which means, yeah, my booze budget's going to surpass my food budget. Well, at least I'm getting protein from something, I guess. I don't know. Okay, listen, guys, there's all kinds of different ways to live in Thailand. There's retirement visas, there's education visas, there's work visas, there's tourist visas, there's COVID extensions. There's all kinds of different ways for you to extend your vacation here, I guess we'll call it. I spent $57 for a 60-day extension, which for me is fantastic. It's less than $1 a day. I did pay substantially more than that for the service though, okay? The government charged me $57 and I paid, I'm not gonna tell you how much I paid, but I paid substantially more than that. It was more than 3 times that for the privilege of staying here, simply because right now with the world situation and how all of the countries are changing their arrival information, their arrival guidelines and mandates and stuff, you don't know what to expect traveling. So I did not leave Thailand and reset my visa. I will say this much: in July, if I'm still here, I will not use an immigration company. I will actually leave Thailand for a couple of days, come back and reset my visa, because A, it's going to be cheaper, and B, I'll get to see another country. So I'll go to Vietnam or I'll go to Malaysia, 2 countries that I've never been to, and I guarantee you that's going to be cheaper than what I paid to get a 60-day visa for here. But for all intents and purposes of this video, I'm just going to say my visa was 1,900 baht, which is 57 US dollars. Take it from there. Now, anyone that saw my video, Living in Patong is Just Fine, will understand what I'm talking about here. I spent way too much money in the month of May on fines. Guys, listen, I got stopped at a police checkpoint and I was told that I was impaired. I hadn't had a drink for 3 days. And I got scammed out of 2,540 baht, which is about 76, 77 US dollars. I then got a fine for my license, which I'm perfectly cool with, but sadly enough, we got ripped off on that one too, and I had to pay an 800 baht fine for my friend not wearing her helmet when that wasn't the case at all. So sadly enough, I spent close to $115 this month on fines that I should not have had to pay. Realistically, I should have paid a $15 fine for not having the proper stamp on my international license. That's on me because I didn't check it when I did it back in Canada. And it should have been, yeah, $15, but instead it turned out to be $115 US for fines that, yeah, again, I shouldn't have paid, but I didn't want to risk the chance of spending 2 days in a Thai prison. And I'm going to guess anybody that is even halfway intelligent or has never spent a minute in prison in their lives would pay the same amount to avoid that fate, let me tell you. So yeah, $115 on fines. Incidentals and essentials. What I mean here is simply like grooming stuff, personal products, stuff for my room, things that I need on a daily or weekly basis. Haircuts, stuff like that. I will be honest with you, I'm not happy with the place that I got my haircut this month. They charged me twice what they told me they were going to. At first it was 150 baht, then it was 300 baht, which is $9. That's way too expensive to cut my hair. Well, quite honestly, my haircut is a 5-minute job, And the guy plain and simply ripped me off, but I should have expected that. Sadly enough, certain people here do take advantage of us foreigners and Farangs, and for the most part, I'm going to straight up tell you, it's not the local people, it's not the Thai people, it's other foreigners and Farangs, and that was the case here. I got absolutely ripped off, and I'll never be back to that barbershop ever again. I did have to buy normal stuff like toilet paper, shampoo, soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and razors. When I came here, I brought myself a lot of razor blades because I know that in Southeast Asia, razors are more expensive because they're geared towards foreigners. That being said, I can remember when the Gillette Mach 3 came out, I thought, wow, this is the greatest razor ever. And then they brought out the Fusion, and I'm like, wow, this is the greatest razor ever. Well, to be honest with you, the Mach 3 is still a great razor. And here it's half the price of a Fusion. So this month I bought myself a Mach 3. It didn't make me any prettier, but it does every bit as good of a job as a Fusion, which costs twice the price. I did have to buy some shaving cream, stuff like that. So I spent on incidentals and essentials $50. That's not bad at all. Because they will carry over to the next month. So really my cost this month, if I cost average it out, I'm going to say was probably $30 for the entire month, which to me I think is fantastic. That's a whole lot less than back at home. It really is. I hate to say it, but it honestly is. It's crazy how cheap you can live here, especially if you're smart like me and you look around for different things and you don't just automatically buy the first thing like the Fusion. Try the Mach 3. It was a great razor. It still is. So this one actually surprised me because I would have thought I went through a whole lot more water. And I'm not talking tonic water for my gin and tonic. No, I'm talking about good old-fashioned drinking water. I only went through $12 this month, and that really surprises me, to be honest with you. I thought it would have been a lot more. Now, for $12, I did get 72 bottles of water, and some of those are 1 liter bottles. So I would say it's about a half and half mix. So I went through a pile of water, and it was only 12 bucks, which is fantastic. To be honest with you, had I bought the great big 10-liter bottles, would have been a whole lot cheaper. I think it would have been about half the cost, so maybe 6 bucks. But these are just far more convenient. They fit in the fridge perfect, and you got to remember I have a pretty small fridge, so you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, only $12 for water. It's almost embarrassing when you look at how much we spent on booze. Ooh. So in the end, what did it cost me to live my absolute best life here on Phuket, Thailand? At the end of the day, I spent 41,480 baht, which works out to be exactly 1,243 US dollars. And again, guys, I had a fantastic time. That included a weekend away, 2 nights, my bike rental, my condo rental, all of my food, all of my booze, and let's face it, anybody that knows me knows that I'm not scrimping on the booze at all. It gave me probably the best month that I've had here because I just let myself go and I had so much fun. And again, guys, it's 1,243 US dollars to live the life that I live. And I'm gonna tell you something, my life is pretty damn good. It really is. So listen, if you're not living your best life like I am, please find out what you need to do today to get living your best life, because again, guys, you only have one, and I don't want to see you miss it for anything in the world. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, please hit subscribe, leave a comment, give me a like, and keep watching. This month I'm going to do a little series on balling like a broke backpacker here in Thailand, and that should be a lot of fun. Also, I'm going to show you some of my favorite places: Nai Harn Beach, Ao Sang Beach, which I think is one of the most peaceful places in the world. And I'm going to finally, sorry about that, I'm going to finally finish my cost of booze and beer video here. Oddly enough, the props keep disappearing for that video. I'm not sure where they're going, but I'm going to finish that one in the near future, I promise. So until next time, guys, again, live your best life possible. Cheers.